Today I have a question for you. How do you handle the challenges in your life? Do you bury your head in the sand and hope they're going to go away? Do you worry about them? Or do you face them head on? And let's face it, we all face challenges in loads of areas of our life, whether it's our jobs, whether it's our relationships, families, friends, work. We always have challenges to face. And we have choices on how we handle it. To bury the head in the sand and hoping it's going to go away never happens, because it's always there, lurking in the background, and it plays havoc with us because we know we're going to have to face it. If we worry about it and think about it constantly, unless we're looking for solutions, the problem is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And what can start off as a tiny little problem can suddenly turn into a huge mountain with lots and more problems being added to it. Or we can face it head on. Facing it head on, not always the easiest thing to do, but really is the best solution in the long run. Because it means you can lose the worry, you can lose the fear, and it gets sorted. If you have a challenge with a friend and maybe you think you might have done something to upset them, rather than let that fester and build into something that's worse than it actually is, ask them. Ask to meet them and ask them if everything is okay. When you make the problem become about you, it just does become bigger than it is. And you might find that when you ask them, is everything okay? Have I done something to upset you? You'll find they have just been so caught up in their own world. They're busy with their job, they're busy with their families, and maybe they just didn't have time to get in touch with you. So while you've been worrying and allowing it to fester inside you, worrying about nothing, because it wasn't about you at all. If you have a problem in your job with a staff member or with your boss, ask if everything is okay. When you allow yourself to worry, it can make you sick. You become so stressed that you become unwell. And worrying really does not solve anything. And I'm sure you know that from experience. You've probably worried about things in the past and got yourself into an awful heap about it. And then when it was resolved, you realise, God, I was really worrying about nothing. So can you learn from that? Can you learn from experience? So maybe the next time that you're faced with a challenge, which you're faced with some obstacle that you think you're never going to overcome, stop for a moment and think about times in the past when the same thing happened or something similar happened. What was the outcome? I'm not asking you to look at the outcomes that didn't go in your favour, but look at the ones that were successful. 9 times out of 10, they probably were successful. So when you find yourself worrying or burying it under the carpet, challenge yourself to find a solution. Discuss it, talk about it, make lists if you need to. How can I make this feel better? When you have that sick feeling in your stomach, it's not nice. You don't feel good. I'm lucky, I have Reiki. And so if I'm stressed about something, I use Reiki. Or I tap. I use EFT tapping, which is another wonderful way to release any stress, and it helps me to find solutions. If you can't have access to them, think about how you can find the solution. Think about the way you want to feel better. And really, facing it head on is the best solution for everyone concerned. So challenge yourself the next time you have a challenge or an obstacle in front of you. How can I make this better? How can I feel better about it? I'll find a solution. And you will find a solution because you always have done. Talk to you all really soon. Bye.